well-being of all, please find the following disclaimer. All rights reserved. No part of this broadcast may be reproduced or transmitted in any form or by any electronic or mechanical means without the presenter's written permission. The presenters do not dispense medical advice or prescribe the use of any technique as a form of treatment for physical, emotional or medical problems. The intent of the presenters is to only offer information of a general nature to help you in your quest for emotional and spiritual well-being. Thank you.
Hi guys, good morning, and today you are blessed with the lovely Shay. Was that cool? I felt like I was Joey out of Friends. Okay, I've been watching far too many episodes of Friends. I sort of was, well, I feel with Rufus here, because it's kind of like the boys. Dare I say that? We could have those lounges, really, just quietly.
Love
anyway,
it.
sorry, over to you, Rufus.
Yeah, good morning and welcome everyone. You're blessed to have Rufus and Shay.
Beautiful. I like how we include me. It made me sound really like self-obsessed before, but that's awesome. No, really good to see you guys. Unfortunately, Kate couldn't make it today, but she will be back this time next week. So we'll look forward to seeing her there. We miss her lots, but we're looking forward to a great show today. We've had a pretty exciting weekend. Some pretty amazing stuff's been happening actually. So on that note, maybe Rufus would like to sort of tell us a bit about his insights to the week and what he's been up to.
Okay, so it's been a big week of sound healing for me. Friday night we had a session down in Burleigh with Conscious Vibes, and there was some really special things happen in the room that night. We had a lady that was brand new to any type of spirituality or sound healing or anything, and she just was curious and came along just to come along.
Cool.
Not knowing really why, and we connected with the earth energy. We come in, release the mind, acknowledge the ancestors and the divinity within. And we did our sound, we just did our sound immersion, and she came up to me at the end of the night and gave me a hug and said, that was the most profound experience of my life.
Wow.
I say that because for me, I sometimes wonder what we're doing and what's going on, and that was like, wow, okay. It's not just playing Dig.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
If that doesn't validate the fact that the service that you provide is soul expanding, I don't know what does, because that really is the most important thing.
So you don't have to be a spiritual person. You don't have to believe anything. You don't have to, do any special rituals. You just take that time for yourself and allow, and amazing things can happen. And she connected with her grandmother in that moment.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was a beautiful insight, just to keep serving.
Yeah.
And then on Saturday we had a session up on Springbrook Mountain, the very powerful Springbrook Mountain.
Wow, is it what? Yeah.
Did you want to take over there and say a few things?
Well, I can probably talk about it from an audience perspective, because I was in the audience. But maybe you'd like to continue on from a facilitator, because Rufus and Jennifer Starlight, who's an amazing spiritual personality on the coast, they co-facilitated it.
Co-facilitated, yeah. So I was invited up. It was Jen's event, and Jen does beautiful, amazing guided meditations and readings and all sorts of beautiful things. And it turns out that I had my C key base chakra dig, and it was a base chakra meditation. And Jen's message was, a very large percentage of humanity has a stuck base chakra.
Yeah.
So we're in survival, we're in material, we're in, what was the other things?
Look, we separated from our tribe. It's all about community.
Yeah.
All of those sorts of things.
And the blocked base chakra affects the chakras, the energy meridians above it. So the heart. So we're talking high blood pressure, heart attacks. So real physical problems.
Manifest and physical elements.
So Jen took the meditation and I provided the dig and the sound and some chanting once again. And from my perspective, from my perspective, I just get covered in goosebumps when I feel and when I play. And
I don't think you're alone. Like, from your audience perspective, I felt exactly the same. But I think we had a main intention, didn't we? Correct me if I'm wrong, in terms of the divine feminine.
Yeah.
Which is really important, people, because I think it's often undervalued. And what we mean by that, because I know Peter clarified that a couple of times, and it is really important to clarify, is that esoterically, or in terms of it's energy polarity. So we're talking male and female energy within every single individual on this planet. We have those male and female energies. In fact, and it translates into nature and all sorts of aspects. So, for example, the moon is esoterically feminine, the sun male. So this was about getting in touch with our divine feminine, and there's some, actually you can go to the Invisible College, which is Jennifer Starlight's site, and find some really great channeled information for men in terms of male and female energy. Yeah. Specifically, the base chakra is actually, bringing the divine feminine into the base is actually...
So for thousands of years, we've been running the earth from a male-dominated perspective, a masculine-dominated perspective. And this was about bringing in that feminine, that nurturing, that intuitive, that compassion, the heart, rather than being in fear. Do we have...
Now, guys, we've got a couple of callers, so we'll leave it there and we'll come back to that because that's a really important note. So we've got the first caller just ending in 0680. So we'll just answer that now. Hello?
Hello.
Hi, who am I speaking with?
Hi, this is Victoria.
Hi, Victoria, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Yeah, good, thank
you. Hey, Victoria.
How can we help?
Hi. I was calling because I wanted to ask a question about my love life. What do you see with me and a man named Kyle in the future?
It's Victoria, it's Shay here. Did I email you with regards to this? Were you on the call last week?
No.
No? Okay. Sorry, I must have got confused with someone else. So, a couple of things, Victoria. When you talk in terms of your love life with Kyle, so if you've got an intention for love is a great thing, and you can expand it regardless of who the individual is. Love is a natural, universal philosophy. So you're really aligned with universal principles if you come from a space of love, and by that I mean empowering love energy. And so whenever you put that as an intention with Kyle, with any person, this is probably a general oversight, then that love will come back to you reflected with any particular person, and they'll usually be magnetized back to you on the same vibrational level. So I can intuitively look into that. I might just ask you to take 3 deep breaths. Before that, I'm just wondering if Rufus would like to talk about love relationships in particular. He's great at this stuff. And I will just, or do you want me to...
No, I can say I'm possibly the worst person in the world to ask about love relationships, but if I can ask you a question, it's easy to look outside of yourself for guidance and answers and direction for someone in your life, and I invite you to go within and ask yourself, how do you feel about Kyle?
Yeah.
Is there an excitement there? Is there a fear there? Is there, resistance? How do you feel about your love relationship with Kyle, Victoria?
Mm-hmm. Yes, no, I really do care for him a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. So, well, let me just, do you mind just taking, so that you're relaxed, so I can talk to your soul, so that you're relaxed, I'm relaxed. So if you don't mind, Victoria, let's take 3 deep breaths, breathing white light through the head chakra, out through the heart, and let's just see if we get a little bit more clear intuitive guidance in terms of where this relationship is heading. So if you're happy to do that with me, that would be really cool. Are you happy to do that?
Yeah, sure.
Fantastic. Okay, so just one, close your eyes, really comfortable. One bright white light from the top of your head down to your heart, and then breathe. Just see that light, breathe it out through your heart space. So that's 1, 2, and 3. And on the third breath, when you let it out through the heart space, can you just expand it right out into all of your body and all your cells, and out, right out into the universe. Fantastic. Now, the energy would like to bless you, Victoria, because coming back to Rufus's point, the energy is interested in specific questions that people ask about relationships, and specific nominating an individual. Now, the soul knows everything within itself. So your soul is it's divine, individualized. So your soul knows all aspects of yourself. So can I just ask you, do I have permission to talk to your soul first and foremost?
Sure.
Can I just ask you to close your eyes for me? And I'd like you to.
I'm sorry.
Just close your eyes for me, and I'd like you to picture yourself in your bedroom or in your bathroom where there's a mirror, and I'd like you to just jump forward for me in 6 months' time. Just work with me here. And when you open your eyes and you're in your bathroom and you're looking in the mirror, are you in a relationship with Kyle, yes or no?
I mean, I'd like to be.
No, but let's just...
I think it's possible.
You think it's possible, okay. Well, now what's really interesting is that, and Victoria, thank you so much for bearing with me, because it's an unusual way to get intuitive insight, but I wanted to, the energy wants to demonstrate something for all people, so it thanks you very much for enabling that by working with us. So we'll give you some clarity on what's just happened. Every single person's soul knows the truth in terms of, and feelings are the pathway to whether it's good or bad, right or wrong. They're your internal guidance system. Now, what is happening is that you feel good about Kyle, you want to be in a relationship with Kyle, it's a healthy thing, and you've got a love intention for him, then for all intents and purposes that will be. And then what we did is we took you to the future, and your soul knows everything, and you said, well, you sort of said, yes. But it was an interesting exercise because you've not done it before. But that suggests to me that yes, you will be in a relationship with Kyle, and your soul. What we're trying to demonstrate, what the energy is trying to demonstrate, is that it's empowering because you actually have all the answers within yourself already. And that's what the energy is trying to demonstrate. Because what we're trying to do is. If you understand that you have all the answers within yourself, then that is so empowering.
Yeah.
Do you understand do you understand the really, really cool thing the energies let you participate in today? Do you understand that? Very, very cool.
Yeah, I think it's honest. I think at the end of the day, what I feel is that things could work out with us, that it's just not the right timing, and that in the future it could
Yeah.
Okay.
Timing's everything.
Yeah.
work out down the road.
Absolutely. So you see,
And that could be 6 months. I mean, I think it's pretty clear to me that it's not the timing's off, and it's just like a little frustrating.
yeah.
Because the feelings are there and whatnot. It's just like other circumstances that kind of like.
Have you told him how you feel,
like,
Victoria?
Away, kind of. What was that?
Have you told him how you feel?
Yes, I have, and he's just kind of like he's expressed to me that he really cares for me, and he's expressed things like future things, like that he can see like a future with me, and he even said this stuff like early on. But at the end of the day, what it boils down to is that he's still kind of in a confusing place. Because he got out of a really, really bad relationship, and he kind of got all messed up from that. I mean, that's like over with, but I think the emotional like damage that it put him through is kind of requiring him to, like, he told me he's scared to get into a relationship, and I think he really needs like more time to heal. And I've been like trying to just be very patient with him, and I'm even like trying to just like be his friend, but we're like kind of at a point where like he's not even making the time for us to like spend together as friends, and I think I understand why, because it's complicated for us to just like be friends when we're obviously not just friends. So honestly, it's just I'm at a place where I'm just kind of like, well, I need to walk away from this.
Yeah. Well,
right now, because we can't even seem to be like hanging out as friends, you know.
It does make it difficult.
That's kind of where I'm at.
The thing is, Victoria, the really important thing to note though is from an energy perspective, it doesn't have to be Kyle, because you put out this major love intention. And yes, that there's somebody in your life at the moment called Kyle, and what will happen with that intention is either Kyle will vibrate back to you, or someone better will. So I know that's a little bit, I know that you passionately probably see the love connection as in this nominated person, but in terms of a wider perspective, keep giving love. Don't close yourself off from that, because it's a beautiful thing. It's connected with the energy, it's connected with the universe, it's the way that we should always function. And I understand and appreciate your frustration, but I know that something will come back to you, and I really feel that strongly. And the energy just wanted to really relate to you that whenever you put love energy out, it's never lost. It's never not going to come back to you, expressed in different ways. So the energy loves and admires you for doing this. Sorry, do I think?
Do you think that'll be with him?
Look, there's a couple of things going on here. Your soul already knows what's going on, because you've said that he needs time. And it sounds to me like he does. And what happens is the energy will pull people out of relationships when they need to go within. The energy will pull everything out when people need to go within to deal with what they need to deal with, from limiting beliefs, previous traumatic experiences, and his heart's probably closed down. Now, you can assist him as a friend in terms of doing that by giving him tools and sound healing, and there's lots of different ways that you can connect to sources. Really what he needs to do is connect and cleanse those things. He's really not at this stage in the right place to honour you in terms of the relationship. Because what is going to happen is that unless he deals with it, your soul knows all of this, Victoria. So the question so what I'm telling you is that Kyle will come to you when and if he's ready, and if not, something better will come in. And to be honest, it might sound harsh, but I don't think you'd want to enter into a relationship with anybody who hadn't kind of come to terms with the stuff that they need to come to terms with. Because it's like our show a couple of weeks back. he needs to love himself first
Right.
before he can demonstrate love to you.
Right.
Victoria,
Yeah.
I hope that's helped
Yeah,
you. We've
true.
got some more calls on the line. We're going to have to go.
Okay.
Thank you for your call.
Yes, sorry, Victoria.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, and yeah, let us know. Okay. So, the next caller. Sorry, the next caller is ending in 0188. And we're just going to answer that call now. Hello, who am I speaking with? Hello?
Just listening.
Oh, you're just listening. Okay, well, thank you so much for... What's your name?
I'm just listening.
Okay,
Just listening.
okay, that's wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We really appreciate you listening. Thank you.
Oh, the other one hung up. I'll check Facebook as well.
Okay, wonderful. Well, yeah, let's just have a little scroll. Don't you love iPads? I love iPads. Well, I am such a geek. Seriously, Big Bang Theory was made for me.
Okay,
What
so
about you, Rufus?
I've got something to say about that.
Okay.
Technology is awesome, and I love it, and I think we need to disconnect from it more to feel that inner happiness on a daily basis. Don't wake up and check your Facebook. Don't go to sleep checking Facebook, looking at everyone else's lives, all the best parts of everyone else's lives, blah, blah, blah. It's a sure recipe to be feeling like shit.
Yeah, again, it's the way you use it, isn't it?
Yeah. So we have another caller here ending in 7817. So we're just going to jump on that call now. Is that cool?
That is absolutely cool, Rufus. Thank you. We're here for our callers. Hello. Welcome.
Hello?
Hi. Who are we speaking to?
I'm speaking to Donna.
Donna. Hi, Donna. Welcome. Thank you for calling us. How can we help?
Are you doing readings, or what is it that you're doing?
Yeah, we're doing readings. We're sort of doing intuitive consulting and readings. And Rufus is a sound healer and mentor, and we're sort of giving practical and intuitive readings.
Can I ask a relationship question?
Absolutely, sure can. How can we help you, Donna?
I've been seeing a man named Chris for the past 7-8 months, and just wondering if you see things continuing and getting more consistent or getting more serious with him.
Okay, so the first thing, Donna, do you mind? Are you in a car, or are you sitting down, or can you sit down and do some breathing exercises with me, or is that possible?
Yeah, I'm sitting down.
Okay, fantastic. So, do you mind just to relax your soul and mind before we go into it? If you can just take 3 deep breaths, white light down from the down from the head chakra through your heart, and on the 3rd breath, when it goes out through the heart, if you can just radiate it out through your body. So we'll go now. So just breathing in bright white light out through the heart. 1, breathing in 2. And 3,
Okay.
and just radiate that white light on the 3rd breath, just coming out through your heart, radiating that out through your body. Fantastic. And do I have permission to talk to your soul, Donna?
Sorry, say that again?
Sorry, do I have permission to talk to your soul?
Yeah, you do.
Yes. Okay, fantastic. And can I ask again, your partner's name what was that? What was his name? Chris.
Chris.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so as you quite rightly know yourself, it's a crossroads. It's a junction here, and actually the decision as to where you go from here is up to you. So what the energy is saying is that there's some components of the relationship that you're not entirely happy with, and if you could please initiate a direct conversation with your partner in terms of what you would like to see in the relationship in a very healthy, non-codependent way. So just sitting down in a neutral environment, maybe out for dinner, and talking about what he would like to see and what you would like to see in terms of where this relationship's heading. Then the decision is primarily yours, because we're only communicating with your soul. Without his permission, we don't have access to his. So from that perspective, then you need to make a decision as to how you feel about that. So there's compromise in all relationships, but it comes down to your feeling. So you're guided by have that conversation, and then the way that if you feel that you're not willing to settle for that, then you will need to make a decision as to whether you leave or not. The universe will back you up in terms of anything that you want to do. If you wish to put out love and just keep generating that love, then if not him, someone else will come in. But we would like to honor, you're in a committed relationship with this person, we would like to honor that. Because if you come into a relationship with a person, it's a beautiful thing in itself. We'd like to honor that. And so therefore having a very clear communication with, unfortunately, relationship communication can end up being overly emotional. And so there's a difference between being empowering and being codependent and being too emotionally needing on someone else. And so we would just ask you to clarify what you wanted in a very healthy, with the outcome being very healthy. And then we would see that you both sit down, because it's a partnership, it's like a business relationship. It's the same thing applies. Is sitting down and just having a look at where you want to go, and is that person aligned with you in terms of where you want to go and what you see that in relationship being like. If they're not, then the decision sits with you. The energy will completely support you, but one of the number one universal laws is its freedom of choice, and your freedom to choose is your responsibility.
We're not in a committed relationship yet. Like, we're seeing each other, but it's not committed. And I'm just wondering if you see it becoming committed at some point, or more serious, or more consistent.
I think that comes down to that conversation Shay said you needed to have with him.
Yeah, whether it would be. The energy sees your relationship at this particular point in time as committed. Right? So two souls have come together, you're both in love. I'm not too sure in what form that takes, but that's you're connected to each other, it's committed. But in terms of what you define as committed, being where this relationship goes in the future, I don't know, what you see as committed marriage or commitment to each other or lifetime commitment, whatever that may be, or whatever form that is to you, then that's the conversation that you need to have with your partner. And then on a feeling basis, if he's not willing to come to the party in some of those points, then that is where on a feeling basis you make a decision as to whether you progress or whether you do not.
Okay.
Does that help, Donna?
Yes, it does. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Not a problem. We are here to be of service, and we really love your question because it's not just you alone in this. I think money and relationships are probably our two, and health are our three major manifestation areas in this time that we deal with that really will create the most havoc in our lives, really. And a lot of it's to do with perception. Mm-hmm. So love is a beautiful thing. So we love that you're giving love. It's beautiful.
Oh yeah, I love this man, like, more than anything. deeply in love with him. So.
Okay, well, we see love.
I'm hoping it'll work. I'm hoping.
Well, we see love as there's no end, there's no beginning, and it's all and everything. So, you know, it sounds like you've got pure positive love for this man. If this man, in effect, if you have that conversation and it doesn't feel right, then you need to honor your feelings. It's your freedom of choice, but the universe will back you up, because all that love that you've given out, please don't close your heart no matter what happens. All that love that you've given out, if not him, something else will come back. And so the universe is the energy is very committed to people giving love.
Good. That's good to know.
Cool. And can I add something here? We teach people how to treat us. So what we're willing to accept in a relationship or tolerate, etc., is how people will respond to what we're willing to accept. Sometimes you need to be willing to lose that person as much as you love them in order for the relationship to change in a way where you release attachment to it working out or not working out, in order to honor your own boundaries and feelings, and have that person either honor that and respect that and come to you, or they're not ready and allow them to, you know.
Yeah, that's a good question, Donna.
Yeah.
How do you feel? How does he make you feel? I know how you feel, but how does he make you feel?
When we're together, I feel fantastic. It's just, he's just busy with other things, right? When we're
Yeah, okay.
when
Well,
we're not together.
okay. Is that work commitments or things like that?
He just has like other commitments and other things that he's like focused on. So
That's important for
you
a
know,
man
when
to
we're
have
together,
that.
like,
Yeah.
That's very important for a man to have that in his life, to have other focuses and other commitments and a purpose, because once he loses that sense of purpose and doing, you will actually become, he will feel caged or resented by you. So if you are committed to each other, he still needs his time and freedom in that sense to do other things and explore his passions and purpose. Otherwise, it's not going to work either way.
Oh, absolutely, and I mean that's valid. Donna, I guess the thing that I really love to hear is that he obviously loves you too, because when he's with you, he loves and supports you. You feel loved. So from a feeling perspective, which is how our universe works, it's all working really well. If it's just, it sounds to me like it's a little bit of time. Perhaps you'll feel like you're not getting enough time to be with him. Then, please have that, go to a restaurant, have a lovely romantic dinner, enjoy yourself, and just, sit there and talk about where you like to see this going. He will honour you in terms of talking to you about this. I think you're very lucky.
sorry.
I think you're very lucky, Jill.
He's a great person, and he's a good man, and it's just a matter, I just want more time with him.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
Like everything, it's fine, I just want more time with him. That's the only thing.
So it's just a case of sitting down and talking.
Hopefully that,
Sorry, Donna,
sorry?
it's just a case of sitting down and talking to him about that.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you. I really appreciate all your help. Thank you
Not
very
a problem.
much.
Have a
Thanks,
lovely
Donna.
day.
See ya.
Thank you so much, Donna.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 Bye-bye.
No questions there. That's good.
So, we have another caller, 1257. I think this is a different caller than the person that was
it's
waiting.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll just take this call. Ooh, the phone lines are hot.
Hello.
Hello, Shay speaking. How can I help? Sorry, who am I talking to?
Hello. I was calling up. I just tuned into the show. I wasn't sure if you're doing readings.
We are doing readings. we're probably not doing readings in entirely the traditional sense of doing readings, but we are doing readings in intuitive consulting along with pragmatic, practical advice. So, if you'd like,
Okay.
we'd love to hear your question. Sorry, who am I speaking to?
Okay. My name is Tonetta.
Tonetta, love that name. Beautiful name. How can we help, Tonetta?
Basically, I was calling to see if there's going to be a reconnection with me and another female by the name of Desiree.
Okay. And, okay. Can I get you to do a couple of things for me? First of all, what I like to do is just, so I read soul. So what I'd like to do is just ask you to bring in from the top of your head down to your heart 3 deep breaths. And on the 3rd breath, we can just let that light go through the heart, out through your body. So are you happy to do that?
Okay.
Okay, so it just relaxes the soul a bit and can enable me to connect with you a bit better. So if you can just work with me, Tonetta. So top of the chakra coming down, bright white light out through the heart. So 1, and out through the heart. 2, and out through the heart. And 3rd, out through the heart. And the light is just expanding. Beautiful, out into the universe. You did that really well, by the way. I just intuitively got that sense that you're very spiritually connected, Tonetta. So the interesting thing is, do I now have permission to speak to your soul?
Yes.
Okay, I think that might have happened before anyway, just quietly. Okay. You're an extremely loving person, and again, you've put out a whole lot of love. You've put out a whole lot of love energy, which we've been talking about. This is an ongoing theme in terms of relationships. When you go out to the world with an intention of love, and it's specifically for a person, either that person will come in, or someone who vibrates at that level, same frequency as you, will come in. So it'll either be the person that you want to come in or someone else, because giving out love is an expansive energy and it's aligned with the universe. So it's a beautiful, pure thing. It's probably our #1 universal principle. So it's very expansive. So if correct me if I'm wrong, were you in a relationship with this person previously?
She was my best friend, and I believe that she had deeper feelings for me, and I believe she was trying to take it to the next level, but a big argument broke out between us, and she hasn't talked to me in 2 months and blocked me on the phone and everything, so it hasn't gotten to that point.
And I think it's interesting that the energy is saying that it could be her or someone else. So I do sense the blockage there. Okay. So now I can't see what you had for dinner, so I don't really know what the argument was about. It's much more, the level that I see is much more higher picture than that. First of all, it's interesting your language, because I believe that she felt that way for me. So you picked up intuitively, you're very intuitive and you're very spiritually connected, Tonetta. So you picked up on her feelings. Okay, so there's no doubt about it that she felt for you. Okay, there's absolutely no doubt that she actually had that connection and felt for you.
Okay.
However, to caveat that, 2 months of not communicating with somebody indicates that I don't see vibrational in terms of in terms of trauma or what happened with your argument. What was that? Are you able to kind of give us an indication as to what that argument was about? You don't have to tell us the details.
Basically, she was just all over the place with her communication. Sometimes I felt she was closer to me. Other times I felt like she was going in other directions. She would say one thing and do another. And I remember texting her saying, listen, I'm not sure if this is even going to work out between us.
Okay.
You know, I don't want to hurt your feelings. I don't want to hurt anybody here, but
Yeah.
I don't like the in and out, and I don't like the vibe, and I don't like, you know, you're talking to all these other guys, and you're going this direction and that direction, and I guess when she read the text message an hour or two later, she just started flipping out, texting me terrible things, and calling me names and everything else, and then she blocked me.
Okay, so Tanita, okay, so I am very, very clear on what's happened, and it's a recurring theme across all our 3 calls. So what happens is that when somebody is unsure or energetically in a place where they need to look within, okay, so they don't love themselves, they've had issues with relationships in the past, the heart's numb, whatever the case may be, they need to look within. Now what happens is the energy will pull away everything until that person is forced to be in a position to have a look within. Okay? Because you cannot love anybody else until you resolve the love within. Now, I can tell you right now that she got extremely hurt when, because you sort of forced her into a position, which was a good thing to do from your perspective, because you needed to know you couldn't continue on with like it's not a good way to live. You understood that you needed clear direction and focus in your life. What has happened with her though is that, you know, she's uncertain, she's not sure, and her heart has really been kind of numbed in terms of the previous relationships that she's had. Right? So there's a lot of uncertainty.
Right.
Right? She's had love issues, I can tell right now. She needs to go away and heal those. You must honour that process. Okay, I know it's horrible because she shut you out, but you must honour that process. Now, I don't know, I can't read her soul, I can only communicate with yours. But I understand her hurt and she's gone away and the energy's pulled away your relationship so that she looks within and she finds that love within herself, reconnects back to source, opens her heart back up again. And I'm telling you, you wouldn't want to be in a relationship until that has been resolved or that process has been honoured. Because if she comes back to you in that relationship where she's come back to herself, it will be a pure positive love relationship. You won't have the texts going backwards and forwards and the high emotional turmoil that you have had to date. So that's fantastic news, Tanita. It might not sound like it, but it is fantastic news that she's sort of honouring herself. And then you continue, please. If you want to have a relationship with her, the energy actually sees no issue with people putting out intentions for being in a relationship with a specific person. But what people don't realize is that either that person will come in or someone better will come in. So what happens is you can't affect the free will or the free choice of any single other person. So I know some people say, oh, don't energize this or that, or you can't be that specific. Not true. Love is love. You can be that specific, but just keep enough of an open mind that it may not be Desiree that comes in. It might be someone else. And honour that, because if that person comes in, then that is the right person for you at this particular point in time. You resonate together, and the universe is always going to provide us with exactly what we need. And it knows better than what we ourselves know. So do you think, does that help you, Tanita?
Yes, but I mean, do you see her coming back and trying to reconcile any of this, or you don't know?
Not right now. I don't know. Not right now. I don't see it right now. I think she needs to continue to work on herself.
Okay.
Can I say something here? So
What's that?
there's many of us at the moment looking for certainty of outcomes. which there isn't any certainty or guarantees or yes this and no that. The only thing we can really manage is ourselves and how we feel about external situations. We can't control what happens outside of us, but we can maintain how we feel about that. So it's important not to get your own internal self in a knot and out of balance about this. So at the same time, there may be some level of responsibility that that you can take for your part in this happening. So, and what I mean by that is speak your truth. Speak your truth about it. If you need to resolve this to her, whether you, I know she's blocked you, but whether you write something or email or whatever, speak your part without blame. And how she feels about that isn't your responsibility. You can't help that. And then get on with what makes you happy and your life, and live in the moment, and don't really think about what's happened in the past or what will be in the future. Live in the moment, do what makes you happy, and work through your own desires. And
just giving out that love energy. I guess that's the point the energy's trying to make, is that your soul knows everything, but it doesn't want to be told, go to the left corner, go to the right corner, this is what you have for lunch. Do you know what I mean? So it's not that specific. It wants you to enjoy life. It doesn't really want to prepave it completely for you.
It's an adventure.
It's an adventure. So just please, Tanita, we love that you're expressing love, because you're so aligned. So just keep expressing that love, and Desiree will either come to you or someone better will come to you.
She's dropped out.
Sorry, Desiree. We hope that answered your question. And okay. Well, come back to us if you can reconnect.
I can't get Facebook here, but I'll check it here. And
I've got it here.
There's no. If anyone's on Facebook that has a question, please just write it up there.
Well, there might be.
We could go to a bit of Dig.
Actually, we should go to a bit of Dig. I
Bit
feel.
of Dig. So I don't know if you can see me there, but if you'd like to find a space which doesn't involve your mind, just feel into your own breath, into the energy of the earth. Just allow.
Beautiful, beautiful, Rufus. That's beautiful. So you can actually, sound healing is one of the most amazing things. It really bridges us between this dimension and the higher dimensions, fourth and fifth. So it really helps in terms of healing your physical body, but also, you know, expanding your soul, and that's an amazing thing. And Rufus has got some fantastic products out there. We've been involved in a project together, which has just been amazing. It was a beautiful exercise. And we co-created with nature, and also there's some really cool energy at play in that music. That music is available at bandcamp.com, Earth Song Healing. It's called The Buzz Project. There's a short and a long version. Beautiful. Just lie down on your couch. If I can recommend a perfect place, just lie down on your couch. Keep it quiet. Get that blanket over you. It's a little colder here, folks. And just soothe away at that, because it's a beautiful thing. And Rufus talked before about letting go, and I think, like Rufus mentioned, a lot of the callers that we've had today are very in the specific of things, and we just like to reiterate from an intuitive perspective, you know, the energy does not want to give you the answers, because you've got to understand that's a completely codependent space. It will guide you. It's a guiding tool. It really is a guide in terms of, you know, where you should look at for soul expansion or whatever the case may be. Your soul already knows the answers. You can meditate and find them within yourself. But life is an adventure. So, you know, in terms of relationships, keep giving out love energy. Don't close off your heart. Honour yourself.
And the thing with the sound is, it's not like a pill. It's not like staying in victim mode. It's about owning your shit.
Yeah.
Having the intention.
Yeah.
And going, I have the power to change this, or to will this, or to let go and make those decisions, and allow the sound to do the energetic work.
Absolutely.
It's not like going, I'm going to lay down and be fixed as such.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
really owning the process.
Because you actually are fully responsible for the choices that you make in life.
Yeah.
And the energy, it's all about freedom of choice, people. So regardless of what the energy says on this or not, it's all about freedom of choice. The decisions and responsibility sits with you. So we do have another caller.
So we have 7 minutes left, and we have another caller here, so we'll jump to that.
7834 is the last 4 digits.
So, here we go. Welcome.
Hello. Who are we speaking to?
My name is Ashil. I was just kind of listening, but if you have something to offer me, willing to take it.
Oh, Ashil. Well. What do you think about life responsibility and being free to make your own choices? Does that resonate with you?
Yeah, I mean, I just got in, so I just was trying to find what's going on first. So when you put me on the air, so I wasn't sure exactly.
Well, I think it's meant to be. I feel like you're one of those wise people that might have something to contribute. We were just having a conversation about the energy. A lot of people want specific answers to their life questions, and we were just talking about the energy really is a guide, and things like sound healing and, you know, all that energy stuff is really a guide, and your soul already knows all the answers. So it's really about expanding that soul, and freedom of choice and responsibility all sits with the individual. So does that resonate with you?
Yeah, it does, but unfortunately it's breaking up.
Oh, the sounds...
Okay,
sorry.
I no problem hearing you before you took my call, but now it's like breaking up a lot. I know you have to do with energy, but there's a lot of it I didn't get.
Maybe it's too much energy. We're sorry about that, but thank you so much for being on our show, and I hope you listen again next week.
We'll put you back on listen mode so you can listen to the end of the show.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Okay.
Bruce Arkhead, I'm ready. Cool. Do you have a question
hi,
there, Bruce?
Bruce is a good friend of mine, actually. Bruce, do you have a question for us? You like? He might actually like a little bit more sound healing, Rufus.
Oh, maybe that's what I was talking about. Yeah, I can do some more dig.
Would you like to do some more dig? Because I know Bruce will really appreciate that. He loves his music, and That would be really, really cool. Don't have to do too much more. I'm
Yeah,
sure that I
just a
can.
little bit.
Yeah,
You can let me know.
that would be great. Actually, can we do it? Can I just put an intention in there
Yes,
for
please.
Bruce? So, can we put an intention in there for healing, really healing, healing mind, body, and soul, yeah? So, a really good, strong healing.
Cleanse. Yeah.
Yeah,
Got
that would be awesome. Thank you so much. Look, we've only got 2 minutes to go, but look, I did want to bring up an important conversation. Actually, I wanted to talk about something that I'm quite passionate about, and I often hear sort of in terms of the world vision, and I'm really passionate about this space. It might be a little heavy for 2 minutes to go, but we could continue this again next week. I'm a little bit of a Pollyanna. You can call me Pollyanna, you can call me what you like, but I'm extremely optimistic in terms of what I personally believe in, what the vision's shown me in terms of the future of this planet and mankind. And this has been playing out, fear-based plays out in terms of social media, television, and all around us.
90 seconds.
90 seconds to go on a topic like this. Apocalyptic. And I just wanted to share with you that my vision is quite different, and I believe that in terms of our science, medical, and our technologies and where we're heading, that we are at the precipice of a golden age. And it really is about, I think it starts with service and back to the people. It's all about you guys, it's all about our listeners, it's back to the people and being of service. And I truly believe that.
60 seconds.
And also expanding consciousness. And, this is what we're trying to do. And I think we'll talk a little bit more about this in the next show, because I really do, I'm passionate about it. I really believe it's important. And, yeah.
So there's a lot of fear going around, and people going, the world's never been in a worse place, and the future of the kids, and all this sort of stuff. And there's a lot of programming, it's a lot coming from media.
Yeah.
And I share the same very optimistic view. For the
Absolutely.
future.
And we'll talk about that next time. We'll talk about that a little bit more next time, because I think that's really important. And, maybe we can, I think this is a good platform to introduce some of those things to you guys, and love to see what you have to say. I mean, you don't just have to, let's just clarity. This is all about free readings and intuitive consulting and pragmatic advice. But please, we'd love to get your feedback in terms of, what's happening out there in the world, what's happening down the road from you. What are your thoughts in terms of spirituality, concepts, environment, any of those types of topics. And on that note, we're gone.
They're gone. But
We're
Facebook
gone.
is still going.
Yeah.
And thank you for joining us.
Thank
Hope
you
you
so
enjoyed.
much.
And we'll see you
Always
next
a pleasure,
time.
guys.
Ciao.
Love you. Bye. See you, Kate. Bye.